Hi, this is Megan Thrasher with the Juror team of EXP Realty. And in this week's video, what I want to do is cover the stages of the home buying process. And I'm actually going to cover the process over the next several weeks with you. I'm just going to break it down, the step-by-step process of home buying. So in today's video, we're going to cover the preliminary stages of home buying and what you should be doing before you start the home buying process. Before we get into the video, you can go ahead and follow me on my Instagram page, which is @Meg_Thrasher, as well as my Facebook, which is facebook.com/Thrasher Realtor. And without further ado, let's hop right in to the preliminary stages of the home buying process. So I've actually broken down the home buying process to 2 preliminary stages and 5 active home buying process stages. The first preliminary stage that you want to take action on is your credit score. When was the last time that you checked your credit score? Do you know what your credit score is? This is really important information to know because this will determine if you can get approved for a home loan. It'll also determine what kind of interest rate will you qualify for. The better your credit score, the lower interest rate that you'll get for your home loan. So go ahead and check your credit score if you haven't done that in a while and determine whether or not it needs to be repaired a little bit. Do you even need to build your credit score? Do you have credit at all? So go ahead and take a look at all of that. Determine what steps you need to take as far as your credit score goes. Maybe you don't have to take anything and your credit score is looking tip-top shape and you can go ahead right into the next part of the stage of home buying. But keep in mind that your goal for your credit score should be a minimum of 620. Now, to qualify for loans such as FHA, that minimum might be a little bit lower. But to get the best interest rate possible, let's try to aim for a minimum credit score of 620. I also want to make note when it comes to your credit score and just in general when it comes to purchasing a home and the home buying process, don't make any large purchases while you're in the process of home buying. Now, if you make a large purchase such as getting a new car, or opening up a line of credit, this all can affect your credit score, which then can affect you qualifying for a loan and getting approved. So that is definitely one of the big things to avoid when starting the home buying process. The next preliminary stage that I suggest home buyers take is saving up for closing costs and your down payment. So for your down payment, depending on the type of loan that you qualify for, you might need different types of down payments. There might be a minimum down payment. So usually for conventional loans, the minimum down payment is 5%. Now, a lot of times you might hear that 20% down payment for a conventional loan, which there's truth to that, but you don't need 20% down to qualify for a conventional loan. The 20% down will just help you to avoid PMI, which is private mortgage insurance. We can get into that in a whole nother video. For an FHA loan, you may be able to only put down a minimum of 3.5%. And then if you qualify for a VA loan, then that loan requires 0% down payment. You'll also want to keep in mind saving up for closing costs. So closing costs usually run about 3 to 6% of the purchase price of the home. So if we're looking at purchasing a $300,000 home, you're looking at a minimum of $9,000 towards closing costs. So what are closing costs and what do they cover? Well, closing costs usually cover lender fees, title fees, as well as taxes and transfer and recordation fees. So you've checked your credit score, you've saved up money for a down payment and for closing costs. It is now time to go ahead into the next steps of the home buying process. Be sure to look out for my video next week when I go over the first 2 steps of when you become an active buyer in the home buying process. I look forward to helping you find your dream home. When you're ready to start that process, feel free to go ahead and reach out to me. I'll leave my information down below and we can get that home buying process started. Until next week, guys, have a good one.